Hello, everybody. It's Gabe. I'm back with another episode today of the Positive Outlook Podcast. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. I hope that you guys have had an awesome week. I hope everything has been going well for you. And I hope that if everything hasn't been going well for you, you've been managing it well and you've been finding ways to cope with it. And you've been facing these challenges head on, figuring out ways to tackle them, and overcoming the things that stop you in life. So, today, I'm going to talk about fear in the unknown and how life just has so much uncertainty and how we can deal with that, how we can confront it, how maybe we can make it our friend, and so on and so forth. So before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys that are returning and anybody that's new here. I hope you guys enjoy the content. So first, we'll start off, I guess, just with a wide scope on life, right? So life is an ocean of opportunities, an ocean of unknown. It's an ocean of things that you get to experience, and you're never sure what you're going to find next. And a lot of people are afraid of that ocean, and they like to stand on their own shore where it's safe. You know, when you're on your own shore, you know what to expect. You know what's going to happen. But when you stay on your own shore, you never grow. You know what to expect. You know how life is going to treat you, how you can react to life, but you don't grow there. Growth doesn't come from safety. Growth comes from trying new experience. It comes from living your life. You can't stay on the same path and expect yourself to have growth. And you cannot discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of your own shore. Right? So sometimes you have to discover different places, different opportunities, different experiences, see a different perspective on that ocean of life to be able to become who you need to be at the end of the day. We all know that staying safe and doing the same thing does not create growth. So why do we do it? I think a lot of us do it because it's comfortable, and that's where we're at now. We're talking about the comfort zone, right? So we like things that allow us to feel safe and secure and give us kind of what we talked about before with Caleb and I. We talked about instant gratification and how the short-term pleasure for most people always outweighs the long-term pleasure, because we don't want the pain right now, and we're okay with knowing the pain will come later, but when the pain does come later, we're kind of upset and we're like, well, why did we do like, right, when it comes to drinking or eating bad food, we do those things, and then say you gain weight or you get a health issue and you're like, well, why didn't I just stay on path? Why didn't I do the things that I knew were right for me to avoid this pain now? And it's because the pleasure outweighed the pain in the moment. So the pleasure of eating pizza, ice cream, all the bad foods that can be labeled, the pleasure of eating those in the moment outweighs the pain of knowing that you're going to be unhealthy down the road. And we make that decision in the moment, and we know it. You feel the guilt when you're doing it, but you don't think about down the road, or even if you do think about down the road, you don't necessarily associate the pain to it immediately. And I think that's one thing that we could get better at as people, and that's something that I can really get better at, is weighing the pros and cons, saying, okay, this thing doesn't sound exciting. It's going to cause me, quote unquote pain, right? I'm not talking about like physical pain or, hurting. But I'm talking about like discomfort, pain, that kind of thing. So we'll just say going to the gym. I know going to the gym will cause me physical discomfort. It'll cause me pain because my muscles will be sore, all of those things. So me sitting at home and not going to the gym allows more pleasure. So I'm going to choose that option because it outweighs it right now. Now, give it 3 months and say I've put on 10, 15 pounds, and now I'm sitting here like, well, why didn't I go? I have the long-term pain now instead of the, I got the short-term pleasure, but I also have the long-term pain. So now I'm sitting there beating myself up, and it's a vicious cycle. It's an endless cycle of what are you going to do next? So I think that's really important to do, is start to focus on not necessarily what's going to provide you pleasure right now, but what long-term will be best for you. It's a great way to stretch our comfort zones. Another thing is risk-taking. I feel that risk-taking is an essential part of personal growth. When we step outside of our comfort zone, we learn new skills, we can gain confidence, we can discover our own strengths and weaknesses, and we also become more adaptable, resilient, stuff like that. And those are essential qualities for navigating the ups and downs in life. So even if you try a new experience, you try to go outside your comfort zone and it works very poorly for you, it's good to go through that experience, because through that experience you understand how you react to those poor situations and you can react better next time. So even if you try something, it's terrible, you hate it, it brings you down, whatever happens, you still learn how you're going to cope with that so that next time it doesn't hurt as bad, and you'll build up the confidence to continue and go and go and go until you're willing to try anything because you're not scared of being let down. So I think a really important piece with this is understanding that in your life, not everything is going to be easy. Not everything's going to come easy to you, and it's not going to be fun and exciting. But because of the lives we live, we have to do things sometimes that we don't want to do. And that's okay. I think doing things that you don't want to do help you become who you need to be. I really just wanted to get on here today, kind of give you guys some motivating words for your Monday moving forward. I hope that you guys have an awesome time. I know it's a short one. Like I said in the last video, I'm not necessarily sure what is going to be next for this. Considering it used to be Caleb and I, and we would be able to do a podcast and we could bounce ideas off of each other. Now that it seems to be just me right now, I'm not necessarily sure how things are going to look. So even if it's just me getting on here, kind of giving you guys some motivating words to get through your weeks, through your days, through the challenges, some things that you can call back to, stuff like that. I hope that that's what I can provide for you right now while I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the channel. But I hope you guys gain something from this. Try something new today. Go outside of your comfort zone. Make it happen. I'll talk to you guys later.